This podcast is brought to you by PodPro Australia.
Social media, Google, email marketing, systems, website traffic, and the endless content creation that comes with marketing. It's overwhelming, right? Say goodbye to endless stress and hello to clarity with the Meaningful Marketing Podcast. In this podcast, I will share with you fast and free practical methods to help you manage, monetize, and market your business, all infused with a healthy dose of motivation. Let's do this. Hey, this is Chantal Gerardy, and welcome to another episode of the Meaningful Marketing Podcast. Today, I am super excited to be sharing with you something that I know is going to support and help business owners that are struggling managing their own marketing and managing their businesses. As a marketing coach, as a consultant, over the last 10 years, I often see the stress, the burnout, the fear, the anxiety, the overwhelm that business owners experience inside their business. And that's me too. Over the many years of me being a business owner, which is probably about 30 years, I've always had my own businesses. I have had ongoing issues with having to manage, my mood, my stress. And I'm fortunate enough to have an holistic background. So I always do focus on, good eating, good sleep, exercise. These are things that I spend a lot of time with. And over the many years, I've also spent a lot of time doing personal development, and I do consider myself to be spiritual as well. Having tried many modalities and, exploring many different things and watching my clients go through a lot and experience different things in their lives and different therapies in their lives, and me with my curious nature of looking at how it works and what's been working and not working and how people seem to be reacting to these things, I know that I am incredibly passionate about being able to learn more so that I can better support my clients. So over the many years, obviously I invest in coaches myself and I invest in my own training. And I've done my NLP training, I've done my hypnosis training, I have been to a lot of therapists in my life as well, and experimented with a whole lot of different types of modalities to be able to curb and control this manic mind. Over the last couple of years, of course, then it's this whole perimenopausal type thing, going into menopause, and going, is it perimenopause? Is it menopause? Is it just stress? Is it burnout? What is this thing? To then looking at going, well, how do you actually continue to curb the stress, and how do you get in touch with your body and know what is actually going on? So, going to naturopaths and having a look at it, looking at alternative therapies, looking at ways to continually empower yourself and be the best business owner that you can be with a thriving attitude and a healthy well-being. So, again, in the last couple of years, probably in the last 2 years, I've probably spent a lot of time really dealing with, what is this thing, trauma? What is trauma? How trauma affects the body? And looking at, how can I, for myself, deal with this thing? And it was the weirdest thing, but over Christmas Eve, this thing popped up and it was a trauma coaching course. And I don't know why, but I went, you know what, I'm just going to give this thing a crack and just add this to my repertoire because I want to know about this more for myself, but I also want to be able to support the business owners that I work with as well. Because when overwhelm and stress and fear and anxiety takes over you, you cannot be clear on what you're doing. You cannot have clarity. You cannot be creative. You become reactive. You don't become, you stop being proactive. So I signed up for this course, and I can tell you now that it's been one of the most exciting and revelating things for me. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about that today because I honestly feel that it is something business owners can do, and it's an immediate fix. So it's one of those things that if you are feeling that you are riddled with stress, anxiety, fear, and overwhelm, and anger and anxiety, and you're immediately feeling like that, and you feel like you're not coping, or your brain is, running at 1,000 miles an hour, It's something that you can do. There's 11 different things that I can share with you today, which will show you that you can immediately do, and it's immediately going to make you feel better. But not only that, it's going to help you tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day feel better. So complete disclaimer here. I have not completed my trauma coaching cert yet, and everything that I'm sharing with you right now is just my own personal experience, the own therapies and things that I've done over the years myself, and from various different modalities and things that I've tried out. And this is something that has been straight away for me was a massive aha thing, and straight away for me felt good, feels good, and works instantly. And for me, it has absolutely helped me so much. Over the last years, as I said, with the perimenopause and then the menopause, and me always looking to, natural ways to be able to deal with these things. Then the other thing that came up was, do I have undiagnosed ADHD, or do I have adult onset of ADHD? So I went down that whole road of exploring that as well. And I always think it's my superpower, right? I've always said this. And that's probably one of the reasons why I decided not to get a diagnosis, is it is my superpower. I know who I am, but I also know the type of person I want to be, the type of communicator I want to be, the type of coach I want to be. And I want to have a level of control over my runaway brain. I want to have a level of control over my stress and my anxiety, and when I get overwhelmed and my brain is just running away from me. So let me get right into it. So if you're listening to this, you probably have experienced this, and business owners do. It's a completely normal thing. There's nothing wrong with you. We all experience it at different times in our life, and as we get older, it compounds. It just compounds. It's like little things happen throughout your life, obviously in your foundational years when you're growing up, right? And then as you grow and as you develop, more things happen and more triggers happen and more experiences in your life happen, and all these little things kind of compound and start to affect your neurosystem. And then it can feel like you're not yourself anymore. And this is how I often felt. I was like, I don't understand. Like, I'm doing my meditation, I'm doing my affirmations, I'm listening to, hypnosis recordings, and I'm seeing hypnotherapists, but why is it sometimes that something happens and straight away, even though I know, deep down I know that I'm safe and everything's okay, why is my brain still experiencing stress or threat, or goes into survival mode, or starts to react? And it starts to, happen in your body as well, where you can't breathe, or you just want to cry, or, and it affects you physically and mentally. And how, why does this happen when deep down I felt like, this is ridiculous. Why am I even feeling like this? Like, I don't even really believe that or think that, but why is this happening inside of my body? And that is why I absolutely love what I'm going to share with you today. So when stress, when overwhelm, fear, anxiety, anger, or burnout hits you, it can feel like your body and your brain has been hijacked. Your thoughts are kind of out of control. And like I said, you can feel like you know what is true, and you know what you want to believe, and you know how you want to think, but all of a sudden you've just got a runaway brain. That's the only way that I can kind of explain it. So again, I'm just going to say to you, I'm not a therapist. Please speak to a professional and get professional help if you're struggling with any of these things. This is all just my experience and what I'm currently studying and experiences that I've had with different therapies. So for me, it was just a horrible, debilitating feeling. And again, I can see this in my clients when they come to me and they're struggling with this. They want to work on their business. They're dedicated, they're committed, they're enthusiastic. And then all of a sudden, they have this runaway brain where they're lacking in clarity, lacking in creativity, struggling to stay focused. And again, it gets diagnosed as ADHD and, menopausal or lack of sleep or whatever. So make sure that you are, obviously taking care of all of those things and making sure that you are addressing any of those things should you had them. But when you're in that moment, and it feels like, your breath has been taken away. Especially for me, it was always in my throat. I felt like I was being strangled. And it can manifest in different parts of your body. Obviously, it's unique for everyone. As I said, I'm not a specialist in this. But in the actual moment where you're experiencing this and you're about to go and do a presentation, or you're about to, work with your coach, or you're about to do a podcast, and your breath has been taken away, and you suddenly feeling overwhelmed, and you've got feelings of grief or feelings of worthlessness, or you feeling helpless, and your body is completely, cramping up, and you can't think. This, what I'm going to share with you today, this is going to help you to combat that feeling and give you and allow you to be more in control literally within minutes of doing any one of these 11 things. And the bonus is, as I mentioned earlier, is that it's going to completely override your brain's thought tangents. So your runaway brain, it's going to override it completely so you can get back to feeling like the you. The you, because what is going on is just your nervous system that is going into survival mode, and that isn't the you. It's the meh versus the me, which is how I like to explain it. So you can literally do this. If you just trust me and do this stuff, you'll feel better. But as I said, speak to the professionals before you go ahead and try some of the stuff I'm sharing with you today. So if you want to feel like your true empowered self, I'm going to share with you some simple, effective exercises that are going to help you to regulate the nervous system. So it's immediately going to help you calm your mind immediately, and then it's going to help you rewrite your brain's nervous response to stress. So it's going to, these little wires that are kind of like wired, the compounded wires over the course of the years that are going brrrr, and our, runaway brain, thought tangents. So when something happens, you just go, ah. This is going to straight away help you to settle that within minutes. And then on top of it, as every day goes by, if you continue to do these things, it will actually help you to feel more centered, feel more in control, and help you feel more calm and at ease. And you'll have that clarity, you'll have that creativity, and you'll be able to feel like yourself again. You will feel calm. When someone cuts you off in traffic, you're not going to get the shits. If your kids go ballistic, you're going to be so much more centered. It's just going to bounce off you because those little wires, that nervous system now has been tamed. So you've now improved your stress response to triggers. Okay, so let me get into it. These are the 11. As I said, please speak with a professional. I'm still in the middle of my course right now, so I'm not certified just yet, but these are some of the things that we've come up with. So number 1 is the 4-7-8 breathing method. So you inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, you hold your breath for 7 seconds, and then you exhale very slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds, like you're blowing through a straw. Now, you can do this once, you can do it twice, you can do it 10 times. You could feel great just after doing this once. Will immediately help you feel better. But if you do it a little bit more, it'll even make you feel even more better. So this technique activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is going to help you to calm your fight or flight response. So literally, if a dog comes out of the corner and barks and your nervous system goes up and reacts, straight away you can go into 4-7-8 breathing, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, whatever, straight away, even with one, you can straight away feel better. So number 2 is shaking it out. So just gently. So again, just gently being kind to your body. Stand there and gently shake your entire body, your arms, your legs, your shoulders, and even your head, just for 1 to 3 minutes. You're literally going to shake the stored tension inside your body, and you're going to help to discharge the excess stress energy from your body. So just kind of like, dance around a little bit, just kind of shake it out for 1 to 3 minutes and shake it off. Number 3 is sighing, or yawning, or stretching. So just take a deep inhale and release an audible sigh as you exhale. And then follow this with a nice big yawn, even if it's fake, because the feelings that you get will actually become real. You can stretch your arms overhead or out wide. And the reason we do this is that sighing and yawning will reset your nervous system, releasing the built-up stress, while stretching opens up any constricted areas inside your body. So number 4, and this is probably one of the easiest things that you can do, and I often find myself doing this in traffic, or, if somebody's kind of just tizzed me off, I'll just walk away to the corner and I'll do this. And it literally is ing, all right? So inhale deeply through your nose, and as you exhale, chant along, and let it vibrate inside your chest and hold it for as long as possible. So see how you can get that for as long as possible. So that it's the exhale that is so super, super important. And you can repeat this again. You can do it once, you can do it twice, up to 5 times. But every time you'll know straight away, you'll go, oh my gosh, I suddenly feel amazing. It's like I can take on the world and people can come at me and I am going to be able to stand here and it's not going to impact me at all. So why do we do this? Well, the vibrations of Om stimulate the vagus nervous system, promoting relaxation and mental clarity. So again, this is a great thing to do just before you're about to go and get creative. So number 5 is tapping and clapping. So lightly tap and clap along your entire body. So if your hand is in a cup shape, you can start just gently your head, down your shoulders, your arms, across your entire body, working your way across your whole body, working down towards your feet. So focus on any of the areas that feel tense. If you're feeling tense in your lower back, just give it a little clapping sound. So I'll try and make the noise with my hands. Just gently capping with a cupped hand all over the body. And the tapping helps to release the pent-up energy and reconnects your body and your brain. So gently across your whole body, including your head. So number 6 is body awareness and breathing. So just close your eyes and scan your body. Identify where you feel the stress or tension. So example, I've got a tightness in my chest, or I've got a knot in my stomach. For me, it feels like someone's grabbing me in my throat. Just acknowledge it, breathe into that area deeply, and then imagine the tension dissolving with every exhale. So again, try to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, keeping the exhale longer than the inhale. Now, this increases mindfulness and emotional awareness, and it helps you process and release the stress. This is a great activity to do first thing in the morning before you get up. So as you wake up in the morning, you literally check into the body, close your eyes, scan your body, and ask your body what's going on. What needs a little love today? So number 7 is box breathing. So you can inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and hold for 4 seconds. And I love to do 4 rounds of this. Literally, it just transforms how I'm feeling straight away. Now, box breathing helps regulate your breath and it calms your mind, creating an immediate sense of stability. Number 8 is a butterfly hug. So cross your arms over your chest and gently tap your shoulders alternately left and right. Breathe deeply as you tap. Why do we do this? Because the bilateral stimulation calms the nervous system, and it's often used in trauma therapy when you cross the midline. So number 9 is a grounding exercise, which we call 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So firstly, you're going to, for 5, you're going to name 5 things that you can see. For 4, you're going to name 4 things you can touch. For 3, you're going to name 3 things you can hear. For 2, you're going to name 2 things that you can smell. And for 1, you're going to name 1 thing that you can taste. Now, why? Because grounding helps pull you out of spiraling thoughts and it brings you back into the present moment. So again, this is something you can do if you're at work, or if you're busy working. You can take yourself away to the bathroom and you can simply do this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 exercise to bring you back into the present moment. It'll straight away regulate your nervous system. Number 10 is gratitude listing. So you can just take some time to pause and list 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for right now, no matter how small they are. I'm grateful I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful the sun is shining. I'm grateful that I had a kind conversation with someone today. The reason we do this is that gratitude shifts your mindset to focus on what's positive, and it releases dopamine and improves your mood. Again, this is a fantastic exercise to do first thing in the morning. So first thing in the morning, before you get out of bed, you can go scan your body, send the body parts that need some love, and then just start to list some of the things that you're grateful for before putting your feet onto the ground. So number 11 is smile and laugh. This is something simply that you may have to fake initially to start with, but when you fake smile and you fake laugh, eventually it'll start to become real. So stand really tall and soften your shoulders and smile. Again, even if it's fake, just fake a smile. then try to laugh or even force a giggle. And maybe set a timer and try and do it for like a minute. Try and laugh for a minute and say, I'm really going to give this a crack for a minute, because the more you try to do it, the more it will start to naturally become a thing. The other thing you could do is you can recall something that was funny, or you can even go and watch a funny show. I always used to say, put on some Netflix, watch a sad movie and cry. But I actually find that this works as well, is go watch a funny movie, just something stupid, funny, and just have a good laugh and a giggle. Because smiling and laughing, even artificially, will release endorphins and oxytocin, and it will help you improve your mood and reduce your stress. Fake it until it becomes real, and it will. So once again, these are general strategies to help you manage stress and regulate your nervous system, and it is certainly not a substitution for professional medical or psychological advice. And if stress, anxiety, or overwhelm persists, please seek support from a qualified mental health professional. Just remember, you are not your stress or your stress response. There is nothing wrong with you. It is compounded stress inside your body, and your body is dealing with it. These tools are going to help you to shift from reactivity to intentionality, and it's going to give you the power to rewrite your brain's response and thrive. And you can repeat these as often as needed. Even if you just hang on to one or two of them and give them a shot, whether or not you want to start from 1 and go down to 11, you want to mix them up or just do one at a time, just do something. And immediately you're going to feel amazing. So, challenge is on. The next time you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, burnt out, you find yourself angry and reactive and moody, and you feel like you're just not coping, try one of these exercises, and please send me a DM, send me a PM, send me an email. Let me know which one you did, because obviously the feedback would be amazing for our audience. Let me know what works for you. If you tried it, how it worked. I cannot wait to hear how this is going to help support you. And once again, this is going to help you go from survival mode to thrive mode within minutes, whilst cultivating your future coping skills. And I can tell you this, it will cultivate future coping skills. You will eventually have to do this less and less and less, because every time you do it, it will compound and it will help you override all that stress response that is happening. So that runaway brain, those runaway thoughts, the runaway stress and tension inside your body, the pain that's manifesting through your body, it will start to dissipate. So give it a crack. Let me know. Send me a PM and let me know how it works for you. This is Chantal Gerardy from the Meaningful Marketing Podcast, sending you love and letting you know that you are not alone, and this is not you. This is just something that is happening to you right now, and you can have control over it. Thanks for listening in. Meaningful Marketing is all about you making your marketing meaningful. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please hit that subscribe button. But subscribing means that you won't miss out on future episodes all about marketing and motivation. Stay inspired, stay focused, and make your marketing meaningful.